So the theme tonight is perfect pairings, and picking up Destination Imagination and having it funded by the Education Foundation, and pairing with the schools has just been huge. Destination Imagination, this is the little brains behind it. This is my go-to when I need to figure out what to do next. It's creative problem solving and teamwork, and it's pretty intense. And the way it's set up is that there's challenges that you can choose from. So there's 5 main challenges, and I'm just going to go through so you can kind of understand what it's about. So the first challenge is called the technical challenge, and they're all combinations of either building or doing a skit, and sometimes they combine them, sometimes they're on their own. But the technical challenge is you're supposed to design and build equipment to detect objects that are in their hiding places. So when you go to the tournament, which happens on March 15th, you have to bring your thing that you designed, and they put stuff in hiding places, and then your robot thing has to find them.
Margaret, how old are the students, and how many per team? Each school?
You can have between 2 and 7 students per team, and we have 2 teams at Wycliffe, and they're kind of in the 3rd, 4th, 5th grade range. Let me see, Windermere has, I think, 2 teams, and I'm not sure about the ages. Greensview has what's called a Rising Stars team, and that's kind of the, introduction to Destination Imagination. It's very child-friendly. It's for kindergarten through 2nd or 3rd grade, depending on the age of the students. So it introduces them to this idea of competitive, creative problem solving and teamwork, but at the same time it keeps it friendly so that kids aren't put on the spot, and it's done very gently and very age appropriately too. And then middle school, we had 3 teams at Hastings. I think one is not going to go through, and some of those teams though carried from Greensview into Hastings. And then I've got one high school team, and it's my son's team, and he started in 4th grade and has been continuously doing these. And the neat thing about the Destination Imagination program is it does stress the teamwork, and it does stress being creative. And I feel like that's a lot of what the schools are looking at with the 21st century skills, and asking kids to learn to work in teams. And working in teams is hard, being creative is hard, but the products that you get are huge, and it's really neat to see these kids. One student has one idea, and then the other, we call it piggybacking. That kind of spurs another idea, which spurs another idea, and there isn't any of this, well, that was my idea, they stole my idea, kind of a thing. We're all a team, and you came up with this idea that got us to this idea, that got us to this idea, and now we're at a place where we would have never been if it was just one person working singly. And yes, it gets messy, and there are arguments, and you kind of have to work through that. But it's really neat because the kids love it. They look forward to our meetings. We meet once a week, and it's never a have to. It's always when is it, where is it, where are we meeting, what's the challenge today. We do an instant challenge where they have no idea what's going to come at them. And it's usually a building thing or a skit thing. One of their favorites is that I pull up road signs, and they have to pretend that they're misinterpreting the road signs, and they're in a foreign country. And so they create a skit about how they misinterpret the road signs and what they think it means. And they come up with really funny things. It's great. But the teams that I'm working with, they're doing an improv, so they kind of get a structure for an improvisational skit. And so we know part of the things that are going to happen, and then like half of it, and then half of it's just going to be a total surprise. And we'll go there, and we've got 5 minutes to put a skit together and present it in front of judges, and then we get our scores. And there's also a challenge where you can write a skit and go from a script. And like I said, there's also building and engineering type of. Did I cover it?
And your competition, our regional competition, is March 15th.
Yep. So it's all Central Ohio. We'll be meeting at Reynoldsburg High School and taking over the whole place, every corner of it. And then the winners of those challenges go on and compete at the state level, which has been at Dublin High School the past couple of years. And then from there you go to the United States, and then you go to nationals and internationals. So it's a big thing.
What's the
really
farthest
great.
any of our Arlington teams have gone?
You know, I can't speak for all of them. I've been just working with teams since 5th grade, and we've never gone past the regionals for 5th grade. But I know the gifted teacher at Greensview did a lot of Destination Imagination teams going way back, and so I don't know the whole history.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, thank you.